people? It is Shara from Politics and Fashion here today with the Self-Care Reset vlog. Y'all know I have been traveling in different time zones and I just came back tired and beat down, child. And so I've had to put some self-care work in. I got started over the weekend, so we'll flash back there in just a moment. But in the meantime, I'm excited because I have a haul to share with you all kind of just like home and feel-good items from Nordstrom during their anniversary sale. Now this part of the video is in partnership with my friends over at Nordstrom, and I've been shopping the anniversary sale for years, y'all. It's one of the reasons why I am a Nordstrom card holder, because you get early access to the sale. So the day I was able to shop, I put my order in fast, quick, and in a hurry. That was July 11th. And for me, the anniversary sale is clutch because it is a time where you are able to get discounts off of items, some of them that never go on sale. And they're items that I use every day, so it's also a good chance for me to stock up. All right, so I am going to share with you what I have, starting with you all know how I feel about Diptyque. It is one of my favorite brands. I have a blog where I visited Paris and went to the Diptyque flagship store with my mom and my aunt. My aunt was unbothered. Me and my mom fangirled the entire time, okay? And this is a great time of year to dip your toe into Diptyque or to grab a gift, which I've done before in the past as well. And this sampler candle set, I believe you can actually only get during the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I even love the way that it's in the packaging with like the pull tab here. It's just so thoughtful. So you have Bays, which is one of their triple OG fragrances. We have Roses, we have Fig, and I believe this one is Lavender. So these two, I think it's the first time that they've ever been in this set before, at least that I've seen. My favorite of all time, y'all, is the Roses. It's like I want to eat it. It's roses, but roses in a way that I feel like I've never actually smelt before. Oh, it's so good. And I would say these two, probably the Fig and the Bay, have the most similar fragrances as far as them being heavier, a little bit more weighty. And obviously Lavender and Roses are the ones that are a lot more lighter. Think of fresh, think of airy. These are the ones that make me think of summer especially. We love the Diptyque candles this time of year, but we also love to grab Jo Malone. Now, I go up for Jo Malone's body wash. It is on the pricier side. It is an investment, but treat yourself. I mean, we bathe every day. I hope you do. We bathe every day. Jo Malone's body wash for me, definitely out of all of the body washes that are marketed from fragrance companies, is my favorite because I find that it provides a lot of moisture. The lather is great and the fragrance is so rich. It's like sometimes you purchase some of these things and the fragrance can be very faint. This formula, honey, you're going to smell it for sure. And so Wood Sage and Sea Salt was part of the anniversary sale this year. I actually like the packaging. It's my first time seeing it like this. It is 16.9 fluid ounces. And in the past, I've actually gotten multiple of these because they last for a very long time. The Wood Sage and Sea Salt is a perfect neutral fragrance. I'm talking about if you don't even really like things that are very heavily scented, this you would love. It also just smells rich. I don't even know. Girl. It's kind of peppery. Wood sage is probably the best way to describe it because the sage does come through. And if you are with someone who takes a shower in the same bathroom as you, who prefers more masculine leaning fragrances, I feel like this is neutral enough that both of you could use this. I am obsessed. I am probably going to get another one. I don't know why I just got one. Speaking of Jo Malone, I also grabbed the Cologne Intense collection, which are their bolder fragrances. I actually got my partner one of these for Christmas, and I'm very, very excited because every time I go into the Jo Malone boutique, I've been smelling all of these, promising myself that I'm going to grab one, but I haven't been able to decide which one. And several of the ones that I have been coveting are actually in this sampler. let's just open it up. I just love the bottles too. Look at those. As you can see, they are black with gold tops, not like the traditional Jo Malone fragrances. Again, a perfect gift to yourself or someone else. Now, here's the good part too, y'all. I already have the Myrrh and Tonka Body Butter. Monroe actually recommended that one to us, and it's in here as a fragrance. Here. There's almost like a powdery note to this that I like a lot. It's fresh, but it's heavy at the same time. We have red hibiscus. It's my first time smelling this. This is definitely on the sweeter side, but I like it. It smells very good. We have cypress and grapevine. That sounds interesting. Ooh, this is masculine. I'm gonna give this to Bae. This is definitely very masculine, but fresh. I like it. I would like to smell it on her. We have Scarlet Poppy. This one is one of my favorites. Another one that's sweet, but also fresh at the same time. I would say that the Scarlet Poppy and the red hibiscus are similar in notes. And another one that I have been coveting is the Oud and Bergamot. Give me Oud any day of the week, anytime, any place, any location, anytime, any place, like Janet Jackson said. I'm going to go up for Oud. I love it. And Bergamot is another one of my favorites. I have that in a Le Labo fragrance. And so to have those two mixed, this is unisex in my opinion. Last but not least, as you all know, I am on a skincare journey. And so when I think about kind of the self-care practices that I want to make sure I am weaving into my daily habits, it is to use more like skincare tools, things that are going to help the products that I'm using, which I've pared way down. I want something to make sure that those are being amplified and they work as good as possible. And so I grabbed the Derma Flash Derma Pore because I do struggle with blackheads and whiteheads. And so this is called the Ultrasonic Pore Extractor and Skincare Infuser. That is what it looks like. It says hold here. Hold here in the back. And oh, it has a charging port there. And it almost looks, y'all, like a spatula for your skin. Okay, you guys are gonna see me use it. I am super excited for this. And let us know down below if you've ever used something like this or this one in particular. And this is what the prep mist looks like. It says decongest and soothe, to use, mist generously over skin. We have our instructions here, which I will dig deeper into off camera to make sure I'm not doing anything to harm my skin. But what they recommend is that you use it once per week until your skin becomes accustomed to using it. And the last thing I'll grab, which I will add a cutaway here, are the Lunia washable silk short pajamas. Unfortunately, they did not come at the time of me filming the first part of the video, but I am positive I am going to be wearing them to bed tonight. I have always loved Nordstrom's pajamas. All of the brands that I've tried have been top tier, but especially during the anniversary sale, you can grab some very high quality pieces like silk pajamas at that time. For me, as a breast cancer survivor who went into menopause early, sleeping in something that is comfortable and also that is silk is huge. And obviously not all silk is washable, but who's taking their pajamas to the dry cleaners? I mean, that's a different level of bougie, girl. I ain't there yet, okay? And that is it for the Nordstrom Anniversary sale. Y'all let me know down below if you have tried any of the items that I'm mentioning or what you are excited to give a try this anniversary sale. I am going to now finish my coffee, get ready for my next call, and that's going to be boring. Y'all don't want to see that. So let's just flash back to this weekend, shall we? facial was absolutely divine. We're still trying to clear this skin up and these fine bumps. I got another possibility of why it's happening. At this point, we're going to go just see the dermatologist to get an official diagnosis. But I noticed afterwards, my skin almost started to purge, and so it's even more of them. We'll get to the bottom of it. But the facial itself just felt so good. Oh my gosh. And my favorite part is towards the end when she pulls out these like two tools. I think they're like crystals, and she cools them down, and then she just massages my face with it. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. So I almost took a nap, but I didn't. Because we are headed home now and we are going to have a barbecue. So a balcony barbecue, a little kickback, and my cousin is at the house, and so it's going to be a chance to just be with family. I was looking back at my journal. I think it was something about, maybe it was my goal planning journal for this year. And one of the things I said I wanted to do was just spend more time with family. I also mentioned that in a podcast episode recently, Summertime Fine, over on Justice. Go listen to it if you haven't already. And I'm so proud of myself because I am making that happen. I mean, my vacation in Portland, and also, well, every vacation actually, right, babe? Every vacation outside of my solo trip to LA has been with family, and I just feel so full and like fulfilled and happy about that. Today has been super duper slow motion for that purpose. I just want to have a lot more ease in my life because things can get so busy during the week. I have to treat myself on the weekends. And so the facial was part of that. And now let's go and have this barbecue on the balcony. Babe about to throw some stuff on the grill. I'm going to ride the Peloton first, and she going to throw some stuff on the grill. And then we going to eat. It's not a game. It's a rich thing. My face is still doing well. I am happy that would look like some aggravation from the facial actually kind of slowed down, so my skin doesn't feel as inflamed. And I think with the Dermaflash, it is going to continue to be hopefully improving, will continue to improve over time. So I am wearing, as you can see, like a full leotard to work out in. I'm also going to go for a walk a little bit later. I have been loving my walks lately. I shared that with you in my summer faves video. So we're gonna go ride this here Peloton, and if I have time today, I'm gonna go and get my nails done. But I also want to talk to you all about my engagement ring. I'm just not gonna do it now because my nails, girl, the fill needed to happen about 2 weeks ago. But I want to talk to you all about my ring because I have gotten some questions about it. People were like, show us the ring, show us the ring. So let's chat about that after I get these here nails done. Ride the Peloton first. Hey y'all, good morning. Morning for me at least. Drinking some water. I've been back to back all morning, y'all, and I hate when that happens because I can't like catch my breath, and also I get so focused that it's like my nervous system is completely revved up. So I'm trying to bring the energy down, take a little bit of a break. I have exactly 50 minutes before my next call, and I wanted to fill y'all in, as I said yesterday, about my ring. Got the nails did, girl. It's giving less like substance abuse disorder. You know how you got that one auntie? That's what, whenever my nails get all the way. Anyway, so let's chat about it, okay? On my nails, by the way, I will put the color down below. I am definitely a nude, neutral, pink girly as far as the nails are concerned. Twice a year I pop out with red. Once a year I might do a little bit of a design or even a French. But for the most part, I keep it plain, especially because I have acrylic on my nails and I like for them to look natural and to go with all my outfits. But that's besides the point. I just knew someone would probably ask. So the story behind my engagement ring, it is, as you can see, an emerald cut diamond with a bezel setting, and it is on, I think you might call this a pedestal. I will make sure I get as many close-ups as possible. When my fiance and I first started to really get serious, and I don't know if anybody else has had this experience, but it was very important to her that she have, of course, some insight around what kind of ring I would like. We went everywhere from like the big box stores like Jared's to the lab grown stores like Brilliant Earth. We went everywhere. And initially, y'all, because it just felt like this huge task. I mean, for most people, number one, this is probably the most expensive piece of jewelry you will ever be gifted or given or purchased. And it also is going to be your forever ring, you know, unless you choose to upgrade, God forbid, get divorced, whatever it is. For the most part, like, you stuck with it, right? And so I remember being like, I don't even know where to begin. This is a lot. And you wouldn't think that about me, given my love of fashion, obviously, that I give so much style advice and expertise. But there was something around this that I just felt like a fish out of water. And so I'm happy we had those experiences, because the first ring I thought I wanted and where we are now is like night and day. The first ring was cute. It was cute. And I do stand by it, but I thought I was leaning more towards pear shape. And I was also allowing people down at the jewelers to convince me that I should not go with yellow gold. Although y'all know that I love yellow gold, a lot of people in the industry like to say that yellow gold does not reflect light as much, and it does not allow for the diamond to shine and sparkle as much. So as a result, in their opinion, they recommend white gold or platinum. And I also think it's just become super popular. We just do not see a lot of yellow gold rings anymore. And when we do, they tend to have more of a vintage style. So one day Margot is in town and we have some time before her flight leaves. We finished recording for the day. And I have been talking to her about really wanting to go to Gorman, and my partner and I just hadn't had a chance to make it a priority. They're only open, I think, until like 5 or 6. She works, I work, and we just hadn't made an appointment. And so she said, well, let's just stop by now. That's what friends are for. So we pull up and the door is locked, and I'm like, girl, we're not gonna get in. Like, we didn't make an appointment. Let's just go home. And she was like, no, I think they're gonna let us in. Sure enough, maybe this is where privilege comes in. They see us at the door and they let us in. So you got to get you a bestie like that, okay? If you know, then you know. So we get in, and we ended up being greeted by the owner's daughter. It's a family-owned business, and I had no idea that's who she was. She was so sweet. And first of all, let me tell you something. Never go to a hairstylist who hair did. Never go to a dentist with bad teeth. Never go to a jeweler that don't got a bust down wrist, because sis was just draped in the things. But it was very like bespoke, and it just felt like the whole aesthetic of who they are as a company. Shows us rings. By the way, they have dozens upon dozens of bands. We'll get there obviously at a later date. I would love to bring y'all along as I choose that. But for the ring, I saw something that was very similar to this, but not this exact ring. And she made it clear, we can customize it for you. We can decide on the exact diamond for you. We can give you your own ring from start to finish. I left there on cloud 9, and Margaret was like, well, I think we found your ring. Little do I know, I leave. That's it. I do nothing else. That Margot, my fiance, and the owner's daughter began having their own conversation, and my fiance had the ring custom made for me. They were so kind because they gave us a bottle of champagne that she pulled out when we came back from our trip, and I'll show you something to go along with that in just a moment. But what I want to do is find a band that feels almost kind of like organic, kind of like the bracelets that I always wear by Free Maiden, a little bit less kind of pristine. I want something that, I don't know, it might be asymmetrical. It might have round diamonds and emerald cuts and baguettes. Who knows? But they have so much to choose from there, and I definitely love their customer service, so I will continue to go back. So that's the story about the ring. Let me know if you have any additional questions down below. I may be able to answer them. Again, Gorman is in downtown DC, and we highly, highly recommend them. And so we busted open our champagne when we got home, and let me show you a gift that I received in the mail as well. It's a blue box. And you may have seen Monroe talking about this over on her channel. Thank you, sis. All right, so she said that she wasn't gonna unbox it with y'all, so I get to do that here. First of all, the gift, and I'm so thankful for it, she packaged it in the Tiffany bag, and the bag had a little charm on it that she mentioned. Let me go get it, girl, hold on. I'm so pressed, y'all, that I actually placed it inside of my journal, which is an engraving of the landmark or the flagship store in New York. And so that was on the bag that she packaged it with, and I just put it there in my agenda. But let me show you what is inside. Paper, obviously. And they were packaged so beautifully, and yes, I did place them right back inside of the packaging, and they will probably stay there until I don't know when. Okay, just like your grandmama who has the plastic on the couch, it might be, but just let me have my moment, because I ain't never had no Tiffany glasses before. And then we have the Tiffany etching on the bottom. Can't recommend these highly enough as a gift, but for me and my fiance, we are very, very, very grateful. And of course, she sent 2 for us to toast our engagement. So I've already told her thank you in real life, but I will say thank you to my sis here again as well. And tonight I am headed over to my friend Janae's house, and Janae and the girls, we are getting together for a little engagement dinner. Grateful for that, and of course y'all are coming along. We're gonna get in here because now we have a little bit less than 30 minutes to eat some lunch and to prepare for my next call. And then tonight, obviously, we are going to Janae's. But let me show you these Alunia pajamas in action, girl. I have been wearing these all day. I don't typically do that. I like to get dressed even if I'm working from home by myself at that. But these feel so good until I cannot pull them off. I'm so happy I got them in a size large. The shorts especially are, I think, a better length at a large because I am so tall. I'm almost 6 feet tall. The color is nice. This little pocket detail here is so thoughtful. There's even a pocket in the back. And I like how the top is kind of high-low, so a little bit shorter in the back. I mean, shorter in the front and longer in the back. All right, that is all for now. I'll see y'all in a bit. I was told to wear white, and so I'm wearing a white dress by Ella Rue, but let's start with the jewelry. I really like this kind of double duty I'm doing with the chunky silver earrings. This first hole is Kendra Scott. I've told y'all about those before. And then today, Krista, the owner at Ella Rue, actually gave me this pair, which is a Bottega dupe. And I was playing around with just wearing this one in my front hole, and I felt like it wasn't giving enough, especially because I'm not wearing a necklace. So I decided to do both. Wrist are the dome cuffs. These are by Majuri. They're, by the way, not quite back in stock, but they are on a wait list, and they ship in early August. So make sure you put your name on the wait list for those, y'all. And this is the dress. I'm actually obsessed with it. It's by a Colombian designer. If I can find it, or if it's on the Ella Rue's website, trust it will be linked. But I'm actually in love with the fact that it's strapless. It has this little ruffle detail in the front, and I am pretty much against anything that's A-lined. I just don't think that it suits my shape, and it's not. It actually goes down into a super maxi length, almost like mermaid shape, and we're here for that. And I am wearing the Tory Burch Eleanor flats in pink to add a pop of color. They also have the silver Tory medallion on it, which I think goes great with the jewelry for tonight. Bag shall be my Fendi baguette. This is the micro one that Fendi actually considers to be a bag charm. Perfect to go to someone's house because you don't need much. I will have my phone in my hand, and that is the look for my first engagement dinner. Can y'all believe it? I'm so excited. Friend, she has outdone herself. She's outdone herself. Janae, please come. Let the people see you. As they should be.
Hi, guys.
This is how you host.
Listen, I've never hosted anything at the old house.
Oh, this
So-
is why you had to come here.
I know. Because, I mean, like, I think we did New Year's. It was like people have to fly in town. Like,
Right,
It was just me and
exactly.
Akita. I couldn't really have a dinner party.
But now the girls are here. Let me show y'all the table because it is stunning. Walk us through the table, please. The tablescape.
Okay, so I had two options or ideas. It was either oranges and lemons for orange. That was, you know.
Orange.
And then it was like grapes and Italian.
Okay,
But then I
okay.
felt like the oranges was giving outdoors, so like maybe
I
I
see.
saved that
Okay.
for like August.
Okay.
So
But this is giving Tuscany.
that was so. Then we got Italian food.
It's very European.
Cannot stand the way reaching for something more. And please forgive me, I can hardly breathe. And now you got me painting roses on the bedroom floor. And Mr. Hazel Eyes, Mr. Golden Skies, you don't see what you're doing to me. And Mr. We're just friends, you know in the end it won't be pretty. It isn't fair the way you say my name, like a song
Good morning for me and my Nespresso. I'm trying out a new pod. I just kind of was craving something a little bit stronger than the flavored pods. What is this one called? Let me tell you. It is called Stormio. It's in this green pod. I like it a lot, y'all. Now, this is much stronger, in my opinion, than the flavor pods and even the Melozio, which was kind of like the next one I graduated up to. But we had some cocktails last night. It was beautiful, beautiful. I sound like Lil Scrappy. It was beautiful. Okay. The table, everything was dynamic. It literally looked like we walked into Tuscany, which is one of the places that we've been thinking about for our honeymoon. So it was just on point. Janae did that. The flowers were amazing. Just the whole tablescape down the table, the chairs. It was just lovely in Janae's house. I'm sure you all have seen it in some of the videos that she's been sharing and over on social media. Is absolutely stunning. Stunning. Of course, we had some time to play in the closet as well, child. I'm so grateful for her and Josh for hosting. As I said, that was our first kind of like engagement, anything, honestly. I spoke to my friend Joe yesterday and she was like, girl, I wish you would have gotten engaged like at the end of your vacation. You got engaged, you got fiancé, and then you was gone. Couldn't nobody call you? We couldn't like yeah, that actually is a really good point. So to a lot of people, it's kind of like new-ish still, right? Yeah, it's new, but I got engaged and was like in different states, child, on beaches and the places doing the things. And so I'm just now kind of getting back home is what I'm trying to say, and receiving all the love and support in real life, not just in a virtual space. It was so good to see Frank and also Aaron. We have been trying to connect for weeks, honestly, and I think that was our first time since early spring getting together, just people's travel schedules and all the things. They're just a good ass time. Frank is hilarious. Erin is super sweet. Her partner Ash was there as well, and so we just went around the table and kind of had chit chat about relationships and asked Josh and Janae just how you make it to a decade in and keep choosing each other every morning. And so people had a lot of really good insight, and it was good for us, I think, to just hear that and to receive just the wisdom and advice from community, and also understand how people couple. You know, it's not easy to think about how you can combine your life with someone, and especially I think when you are at a big age and you have had a lot of independence and you've made sole decisions, and then you are in a partnership that's going to last a lifetime. It's not easy, and you have to continue to work on yourself so that you can be a better partner. And whenever I can hear how people actually make that happen and it is sustainable and it is healthy, I always want to hear about it. I'm all ears, girl. Got up this morning and I used the Dermapore. I am loving that little thing, and I also took the time, y'all, to read more in this booklet. Please do this if you grab it. I do not want to be responsible for you not taking care of your skin, okay? So I learned more about the tool. I use it in infuse mode, which the way to do that is to, as you saw, apply a serum, and I did the hyaluronic acid by Osea, and then to do the mist, and they actually do recommend you use that mist because evidently it does something with the positive and the negative ions in the ultrasonic rays that the tool actually uses. And then I just take it on the flat side, and as you saw, there's like this pulsing that feels so good. And it just infuses the serum even deeper into your skin. Oily skin needs moisture. I don't know who needs to hear that, but oily skin needs moisture, because with our skin type, what actually happens is when it's dry, it produces more oil. It produces even more oil. So I make sure that I use the hyaluronic acid a couple times a week. Hyaluronic acid is also good because the more moisturized your skin is, the fewer wrinkles you have. Pro tip. And that was my self-care this morning. Now I'm about to jump in and get my work day started. We have come to the end of the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking around as long as you made it to the end. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel. And just double check for me, friend, because you may think you are subscribed and you are not always. Because if you watch my videos, I might just be coming down your timeline, but you haven't taken the time to subscribe. I appreciate you for being part of the tribe, and I will see you good people in the next video. Go drink my coffee, girl. Peace.